Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today, well, everyone has been asking me, hey Caffeine Man, can you review the new Monster Zero Sugar? And I said, yeah, I got it right here. So we're gonna be going over the new Monster Zero Sugar. What? This isn't this. It says Monster Zero Sugar. Do you mean the absolute zero sugar? No, they don't mean that. So I got zero sugar here. We got absolute zero sugar there. Well, why does everyone keep DMing me saying, hey Caffeine Man, you need to review the new Monster Zero Sugar? Don't you guys know that this is what they do? They constantly trick all you monster lovers into thinking they're coming up with a new flavor. They've done it with the Rehab line, they've done it with their juice line, they've done it with even their regular cans, their regular green cans. There are some people out there that just collect Monster cans because that's all Monster does is repackage the same can over and over and over. So what makes you think this new Monster Zero is going to be any different than the rest? Well, you know what? It might just be. We'll need to take a look at the nutrition facts panel and ingredients, as well as a taste test between the old zero sugar, the new zero sugar. I'll be able to tell you if it's actually different or if Monster's just playing another fast one on you. Coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it, where I go over everyday energy for everyday people. I keep you informed on all sorts of topics such as energy drink reviews, and I let you know when companies repackage stuff and if you're being tricked or not, because I care about your safety. If that sounds like it might be right for you, feel free to hit the subscribe button and share these videos with all your friends so that they know what's going on in the energy drink world. Spread the word about Caffeine Man. And if you're looking to find out more about Caffeine Man or just how to save more money on energy drinks, be sure to check out my website at caffeineman1.com. You can find out a little bit more about me. You can find all my affiliate links to save money. You can also sign up for my newsletter where I tell you what I went over last week in case you missed anything and what's going to be coming up next week, so you know what to expect. All that being said, let's jump right into this drink. Now, when it comes to Monster, you guys know that I can be a little bit critical, but listen, I always give everyone a fair shot, and even though I thought that this drink was gonna be exactly the same as they've already done because that's what they do, I did actually take a look at the nutrition facts panel to see what differences there were between the previous zero sugar and the current zero sugar, and here's what I found. Now, a lot of that information is exactly the same, but we do actually see that they actually use erythritol in this zero sugar, which I've always been a fan of them using erythritol. They actually use erythritol in a majority of their ultra flavors. There's only been like one or two that they didn't have erythritol in. But erythritol is a natural sugar substitute, otherwise known as a sugar alcohol. So it's a little bit better than your artificial sweeteners. And they are putting 2 grams of that in there. And because it is considered a sugar alcohol, it does add to your carb content. So you're going from 3 carbs to 6 carbs. But when you're looking at your net carbs, if you're someone who or just follows your carb intake, it still comes out to net carbs of 3 carbs. And like I said, all your vitamins and stuff are going to be the same, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at the ingredients. Not sure if you can see them that well. I'm going to try and take the best picture possible. The problem is they used the silver of the can knocked out of the black to make up that text, and it just really makes it really hard to see. But a lot of your ingredients are the same, and the only thing that I could really notice was that they do have erythritol in there. They probably have right around the same amount of sucralose as they did, because the sucralose is coming right after the caffeine. The ingredients list always goes by what you have the most of to what you have the least of. So there could be a couple of grams more, a couple of grams less. But interestingly enough, the zero sugar previously had 140 milligrams of caffeine. The new one has 160 milligrams of caffeine. So they are giving you a slight boost in caffeine as well. And one of the things that triggered me to look at the ingredients again was that when you actually look at the energy drink blend, they no longer have Panax ginseng extract listed in there. And if you look at the ingredients really quick, you might have thought, well, no, they do have it in there. But if you read it, it is Panax ginseng flavoring. So they took the extract out, but they still want to keep a similar flavor, so they're using Panax ginseng flavoring. They also do mention fruit juice on there, but in parentheses, they put color, so they're probably just using the fruit juice for the color to make it that green color, or whatever color it's gonna be. I haven't looked at it yet. So they're probably not using the fruit juice for flavoring. All that being said, some of the ingredients may have moved up one or down lower, just because they like to tweak the formula. They've tweaked the regular Monster formula every now and again. Usually still tastes the same, but depending on the cost of ingredients, they can save a penny here or there by moving stuff around. And then of course the biggest difference besides the erythritol is probably going to be the natural flavors. They can always just alter how much natural flavors they're putting in there, move this, move that. but it's all under this umbrella called natural flavors. They can always massively tweak that. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's taste out the new Monster Zero Sugar and compare it to the old Monster Zero Sugar, which was really hard to find because they took them all off the shelves. I couldn't find them at any stores. I went nowhere of a lie. I did actually go to about a dozen different stores. Couldn't find it, so I actually had to pay a premium online just so I could do this comparison for you guys, because I'm guessing Monster didn't want anyone doing this kind of video in case they taste pretty much the same. But I am gonna go on a limb and think that they taste a little bit different because the formulas are different. Let's taste it out. And here is the new Monster Energy Zero Sugar can. Looks very, very similar, nearly identical to the regular Monster Energy. Not sure exactly why they did that. I think that they probably want to confuse people a little bit so they pick up the wrong one, because there's no other reason to have this look almost exactly like the regular can, unless they want people to think that it tastes exactly like the regular Monster but has zero sugar, and you should read the labels more closely. I would have to say that's why they actually had the zero sugar being blue before, to make it easier for people to see, because when you look at things like Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, etc., they used to make a really great effort to make them look fairly different. But you guys know all this already. My main point is this can looks very similar to the regular original. Let's see if it tastes like the regular original. Some of you might be saying, well, Caffeine Man, you don't like the original flavor, so how honest are you actually gonna be? Well, I don't like the regular flavor. I don't like it when I don't have any cups in here. But because I don't like it, oh man, yeah, that's definitely Monster colored, all right. I think I might have said green before in the video earlier. I knew it wasn't green. It's regular energy drink color. But I do know what Monster tastes like. I've had it before, and I've also had the low carb and the zero sugar before. And if you actually watch my zero video, I did actually give you a whole story about me drinking the low carb version a lot before. So if you want to know about Caffeine Man, his experiences with drinking Monster, you can always check out that video right there. Let's taste this out right now. Before I say anything, I need a refresher on the old Zero Monster. Left side, old Zero Sugar Monster. It has a little bit more green, so maybe I was right in saying that it was green before, not an energy drink color. So got a little bit of different coloring in here. Maybe that's why they have fruit juice in the regular one, not fruit juice in this one. Let's taste it out. Definitely different. So Caffeine Man has confirmed that it is not a trick. It is not just new packaging with the same drink. They are actually different. I am going to do a side-by-side just to reconfirm that, because who doesn't like drinking more Monster? And just so you can actually see the color difference, fairly different. Retaste the old one first. Taste the new one. Now, I'm not exactly sure how to compare the differences between the two, because normally if you're comparing the difference between like peaches, you can talk about the sweetness of the peach, natural peach, artificial peach, but we're looking at an energy drink flavor here. So we sometimes talk about the generic energy drink flavor, the standard energy drink flavor, one that goes more towards Red Bull, one that goes more towards Monster. But these are somewhat subtle differences, but I can definitely tell there is a difference, especially when you do the side-by-side. I mean, I could tell as soon as I drank this, I said, wow, this actually does taste closer to the regular Monster, which is why I wanted to do that side-by-side with the zero sugar. And the zero sugar one does taste like Monster because it is Monster, but there's definitely something about it that you know that it is zero sugar. And by them putting the erythritol in here, I really think that they were able to get it closer to what the regular Monster is. And it is really, really close. What I should have done was I probably should have grabbed a regular Monster and compared the regular Monster to this one. I would actually just have to guess that the regular Monster is just a touch more sickly sweet, but this definitely tasted like Monster when I had it. I said, wow, this is Monster. And I could tell the difference. If someone did a blind taste test, I could tell you which one was Monster Zero Sugar, the new one, and Monster Zero Sugar, the old one, because they definitely are different. This definitely does taste closer to regular Monster, but I do like it a touch more than that regular, really high sugar one, because it's not sickly sweet. And I know there's going to be some people that they love Monster and they're going to say, well, it's not really sickly sweet, it's just high in sweetness. But I know high sweetness drinks, and some of them go over the top. That Monster Energy is over the top. This one, not too bad. If you guys are looking for something that tastes like Monster but has zero sugar, because we all know sugar's bad for you, Monster has done it, and they've given you something really, really close to the original. That being said, where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? Because we always got to put all the drinks on the Caffeine Man rating chart. I'm not a fan of the regular Monster sugar flavor, and just because I don't like Monster in general, is kind of a standard energy drink. So I would say you'd have your standard energy drink like right here, and then you have people that make your generic energy drinks, which could be your standard energy drink flavor, but if I think that it tastes not as good, I usually put it in the generic energy category, because they're trying to be like the big name brands, but they're really not doing it all that well. This is the big name brand. It does not taste generic. It does taste like your standard Monster energy drink. Therefore, I'm going to give it an 8.4 because I think they did a good job with it. I can definitely stand the flavor a lot more than that sickly sweet Monster. It's amazing what you can do when you don't have something that's extremely saturated with sugar. And I do think it's going to beat out all those other companies that are trying to make a generic energy drink, such as a generic Red Bull or a generic Monster, because it tastes just like the original, except a little bit better in my opinion. Just the fact that they can give you a zero sugar energy drink that tastes like the original, like really close to the original, is an amazing feat, and it is getting some bonus points for that, because in my reviews, I don't like to be biased just on how I feel about a drink. I like to give you an accurate score on how it tastes, and if you're someone who likes the Monster Energy flavor, I think you're gonna like the Monster Zero Sugar just as much, and be putting something slightly healthier into your body because it doesn't have any sugar in it. And there you have it. Caffeine Man has put the seal of approval, not that I would approve buying it, but I put the seal of approval that it does actually taste similar to the original Monster Energy with sugar in it, but this has zero sugar. Be sure to leave me your comments down below whether you agree or disagree with me, because I know there are a lot of Monster lovers out there, and I know there are some people that were saying this zero sugar can never be as good as the regular. You can't replace sugar. They shouldn't even be making this drink. Nothing better than the original Monster. But hey, that's your opinion. I have my opinion. I think it tastes really, really close. So leave me your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night. It does say that it is Panax ginseng. It is Panax ginseng flavoring. So they took the extract out, but they still want to keep a similar flavor. So they're using Panax ginseng flavoring.